Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm on Danger Zone, and the reason for that is I wanted to see if I could try to make a hydrofoil without using any like fins and stuff. So like without any of these blocks, any lift, anything that catches air really well. Basically, just using aerodynamics and regular blocks. So, to do that, we're going to need a test bed. Okay, so I have here a small boat that can go forward and backwards. It has buoyancy control devices, so we can lower the buoyancy to see if all of our hydrofoiling is actually keeping the boat above the water and not just the buoyancy blocks. And then we've also got some gyros to keep it stable. We've got a whole bunch of wedges that are neutrally arranged up and down. I should probably change this one and this one to make it true for those as well. But if we give it the beans, it goes pretty quick. I actually haven't tried it before this, and I also noticed that I don't have any steering gyros or anything of the sort. So we're kind of just going at the mercy of trailmakers. So we're steadily going 630 kilometers an hour, and I think this wedge at the front has something to do with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy these down to make sure we don't get none of that, and try and go back the way we came. That looks good. Now we're going up a lot less in the water. Oh my, okay. We're going faster, but we've also become less stable for a reason that is unbeknownst to me, but I can fix that very easily by making it so I can steer. Let's try that again. And now I'm going where I want. Perfect. Holy, we're going quickly. 1,000 kilometers per hour. That is the power of aerodynamics, ladies and gentlemen. The power of aerodynamics. But if I... Oh. It appears I am already staying above the water, thanks to the thrust generated by the outboard engines, which they're pretty powerful. They have a lot of torque, and it's probably pitching the boat out of the water. See, if I lower this, we're sinking, which means the setup is working, but what I want is for the boat to go forwards and then sink when I turn down the buoyancy, and then we can get to work. So we're going forwards, beautiful. We're actually tipping downwards ever so slightly, which is what we want, technically. But if I turn down the buoyancy, we immediately start to sink. This is a success, believe it or not. But now what I want to do is just put wedges on the bottom and see if I can make it glide across the water, just like so. Here we go. We appear to still be sinking. So let's try that again. And also, we don't seem to have the speed that we need anymore. But that's a simple fix. I can just do a little bit of that. Now I'm also putting wedges on the back, because we also want our negative arrow to be good. Otherwise, we're going to get a lot of resistance from the water. So here we go. So we are not going anywhere, is what I'm noticing. But we are not sinking anymore. So that's a step in the right direction. So instead, I'm going to try and delete all of these and try again with maybe some taller wedges. And there we go. Hopefully this works a little bit better. Let's give it a test. Hey! Oh, we're flying. We're flying! I mean, it's working, but this is not exactly what I wanted. I wanted to stay on the water. What I think we're going to have to do is add a system that detects if we are going too high. So first let's place an altitude sensor right here. And now let's put a display right there. I want to know exactly what the sensor thinks is happening when we are skimming along the surface. Point 1 is the area that we want to remain at. So if we're above, it's going to trigger a hinge. That'll be right here. That will lift. These up into the stream of air and hopefully push the boat back down. I don't know if it's working. Did we hook the altitude sensor? We didn't. Okay, well. We're not going very quickly, by any means, but I'd consider this a great success. I want to see if we can go faster. And when I say faster, I mean a lot faster. Triple the engine power! We're too heavy. Problem. Okay, hopefully... Is this enough? Hey, it's enough. Okay, here we go. Speed and... oh my god. Let's try that again. Oh yeah. Well, that's not good. I think we need a flap at the back as well, because we're falling headfirst into the water when we start going too quickly, which is not good. Go! There we go. Hell yeah. So, as it turns out, this wasn't as difficult as I had anticipated. Look at it go. And I can turn down the buoyancy, like so, and we keep going. Oh. Except for when that happens. That's a little bit of a problem. Maybe I can remove some of the foils and go faster slightly, without having to kill the speed with the corrective flaps so much. There we go. I have halved the amount of foils that are on the underside. Let's see if we can still glide along the surface. Apparently not. We need to bias the lift to the front ever so slightly. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at the speed! Okay, I think we can try and go supersonic in this. Stability's a bit bad. Let's try and add some paddles at the back or something of the sort, because they're very good aerodynamically. Hopefully that'll make it slightly easier to go in a straight line. And I'm correct. 600 kph. Here we go. Can we hit 700? There it is. 700. That's not quite it yet. 2 foils. Move the front one closer slightly. Or the back one. Closer to the middle. What we're trying to see here is how much we can get away with before the speed flaps start to kick in. And we're getting diminished returns here already. So I might have to increase the thrust. Maybe use some more efficient solutions than rocket engines. We only gained 10 kph from that. Okay, picking up speed. Oh, that's land. Come on. Turn. Yes. Okay, perfect. It's trying to take off. And we're not getting any faster. Oh boy. I'm a jet now. Let's try that again. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's go. Picking up speed. I don't know where I am. We're probably gonna hit the border soon. And away we go, again. Maybe, instead of flaps correcting our direction when we go too far above the water, I should use flaps that activate to get out of the water. So I'm proposing that I move this down. This is gonna take a while. We're getting closer. Oh my god. Please. Oh, we're flying. Never mind. God damn it. Stay in the water. Stay in the water. Yes! There we go. There it is. Supersonic in a hydrofoil with no fins. Well, I don't know what to call them. Are they fins? Are they aerodynamic blocks? Are they air-catching blocks? Because technically, every block is aerodynamic to a certain extent. And every block catches air to a certain extent. So what do I call it if I don't use fins like these to lift the boat out of the water? I might just call them fins, actually. Yeah. Let's give it a little bit of paint. Look at it go. We are flying 1,300 kilometers an hour. Absolutely beautiful. So, let's recap. Not only did we manage to do what we set out to do today, which is create a hydrofoil that didn't use fins, except for these ones on the top, but that doesn't really matter. They're just to keep it going straight, so it doesn't really count. But anyway, not only did we manage to make a hydrofoil that didn't use fins, we managed to make it go supersonic. So overall, great success all round. Buoyancy is not buoyancying, and we're going quickly. So there you have it. A finless hydrofoil. If you like this video, consider leaving a like. Very self-explanatory. And if you want to see more content just like this, then consider hitting the subscribe button. It's free, helps me out a ton, and you can always change your mind later. If you have any suggestions for any experiments that I could do, or otherwise any videos that I could perform, perhaps building something or doing some multiplayer videos with my friends, then definitely leave them in the comments section. But as for this video, we're done here. My name is Hydrofoil, and this has been the making of a finless hydrofoil. I'll catch you all in the next one.